I'm Daniel Palmer. I was a part of the Medlife chapter at Binghamton University in New York State. So I started as a member my freshman year, and then by my junior year, I was the SLT coordinator. So I basically led a group of students on an SLT to Cusco in Peru. And then my senior year, I was co-president and then president for like the last semester. A lot of it had to do with recruiting people for SLTs and doing promotional things for that. So from hosting meetings to planning different events to keep people engaged. Um, so I was more as like a coordinator, and then as president, you do like making sure the e-board is staying on track, run meetings, um, keeping track of active members in the chapter, and then also um, working with Medlife HQ a lot to plan different events and SLTs and things like that. The chapter was tabling at like the activities fair we have every fall. So I actually thought, like, I saw the word med and I was a pre-medical student, so I thought, well, this is probably a good club to maybe look at because like it's involved in medicine, but they told me more about it, and I was like, wow, this is a really great experience, I think, for anybody, not just a pre-medical student. So I basically set it up by doing like some local volunteer work with them. Like we do volunteering at a local soup kitchen. So I was involved with that for a while. And then unfortunately COVID happened, so we couldn't do a whole lot in person. But the year after that, I was able to go on my first service learning trip, and that was a really great experience for me. And I think it's like a really good alternative to studying abroad too. If you don't want to study abroad for a whole semester, like going for that week or so is a really great experience to learn about healthcare in other areas and just the culture in other parts of the world in general. Really hit my interest in medicine a bit because I'll say before the service learning trip, I actually really had no um, hands-on experience with patients. So being able to work hand in hand with the local doctors and get that hands-on experience really showed that wow, this is something that I could see myself doing in the future. So it sort of cemented my interest in pursuing a degree in the medical field and becoming a physician of some sort. Learned a lot, um, like I said, and it's something I would recommend everyone do at least once throughout their whole career. And now that it was a little bit difficult because it was like the traveling portion of like getting there and getting back was a little bit difficult, but the actual experience of being in the country, working with the local doctors, and even doing just a little bit to help the communities there was really fulfilling and just a great experience. And it felt a lot longer like that it was because there was just so much packed into it. So you really do get a lot for what you pay for on the SLT, in my opinion. Like keep looking at like the mission of MedLife, keep learning about it. Make sure to balance your time with other responsibilities. Set aside like some time a week to devote to MedLife stuff, even if it's like a short amount of time. You can usually get a lot done when you're focused. So just devoting some time to MedLife every week, I think, is helpful. Just like do as much as you can to get involved. Like if you can go on an SLT, I think it's definitely worth it as an e-board member because you get to see. Because a lot of what the e-board does is promoting SLTs, at least for our chapter. So getting that firsthand experience of it gives you a better idea of like what to promote and what MedLife is really all about, at least with the international side of things. I would just say that the club is open to all kinds of people. Like you don't have to just be pre-medicine to do it. We've had people go on our SLTs that weren't even, I don't even think they had like a science degree. Like they just heard about it and wanted to go, and they had a fantastic time. I think MedLife is how I've always characterized it is as like a service club. So while medicine is a part of it, there's also the education and development aspect. And all of that kind of branches around just serving others, whether it be in the local community or international community. So if you have any interest in volunteer work, it can even be assisting like on your resume and things and get you hours, but it's more to it just than that. I think if you're interested at all in volunteer work, MedLife is a great group to join.